Have you seen these articles about people who are living on cruise ships because they claim it's cheaper than going to a nursing home? There was another one recently where he decided to live in a Holiday Inn at $59 a day, something like that. He said he'd have leftover money because it was so cheap and so much better than a nursing home. This drives me crazy. It's so nuts because the only thing I can think of is that these people, or the people who are writing the articles, have absolutely no idea what a nursing home is. Hi, I'm Sandy from Sandy Over 70. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe if you have not already. So, is it possible to live on a cruise ship or a Holiday Inn instead of a nursing home? Absolutely not. It's out of the question because there are no services at these places comparable to a nursing home. So let's talk about first, what is a nursing home and what care is delivered? A nursing home or a skilled nursing facility is a facility that provides long-term nursing care to those who need assistance with their care that cannot be accomplished at home. They need 24-hour supervision and care. Nursing homes have licensed nurses and nursing assistants on staff 24 hours a day to provide care. It can be personal care or rehab care. People who live in nursing homes need help with at least several of the activities of daily living. And these include dressing themselves, feeding themselves, toileting themselves, being able to walk and groom themselves. The reason they are in a nursing home is because they can't do it themselves and there is no one at home who can care for them at this stage in their lives. People in nursing homes have complex medical problems or cognitive problems. Some people go to nursing homes for rehab care, and this is a short-term stay, and they will go back to the place they were living before. But others, it is a long-term stay. So let's look at a cruise ship. The couple I recently read that were interviewed said they get better medical care on a cruise ship than they would in a nursing home because there's doctors on staff 24/7. This is true, but the facility is designed for emergency care. And you do pay for that care, and it is very, very expensive unless you have travel insurance and your own personal insurance. The bills could be extremely high. It's not the same as having nursing care around the clock as you would in a nursing home. In fact, there is no one on a cruise ship who is going to help you go to the toilet, feed yourself, help you dress, help you groom yourself, or help you walk. The cabin steward is not going to do this for you. The cabin steward is there to clean your room. Let's look at the Holiday Inn. That situation is totally ridiculous because there's no staff at all there who can help you with any of these things. So why are people writing these articles and saying these things? The only thing I can think of is that they honestly don't know what a nursing home is, or have never been to a nursing home, have never visited someone in a nursing home. And so they're writing erroneous information and leading people to think that they can go and retire on a cruise ship instead of a nursing home. Now, you can certainly retire on a cruise ship. That is definitely possible. That would mean that you were in fairly good health and could live independently, and you can live on a cruise ship as long as you want until you cannot take care of yourself. Now I want to talk about retirement communities in general, because I live in one. And I use the term retirement community a lot. It's a very general term, and it can be anything from what I'm living in to a completely opposite type of living facility. Let me explain. I live in a life care community, also known as a CCRC, or continuing care retirement community. And here we have 3 levels of care. We have those who are living independently in homes and apartments, and we have those who need some assistance, so they're in assisted living. And then we have a skilled nursing facility also. I have all levels of care available to me and can move into them at any time when it's needed. The other end of the spectrum are the communities, the retirement communities that have homes that they sell to retirees, and the area is restricted to retirees. These homes you purchase, and you can then have access to all of the amenities available in this community. A perfect example of this is the villages in Florida, in Central Florida, where there are endless activities and endless golf courses. People buy their home there and they have access to all of this. But there is no access to different levels of medical care that you are entitled to in that community. You would have to go outside of that community for that care. There are all levels in between. There are apartment buildings for retirees that are rental. You just rent, and you're living among other retirees, and you generally get either 1 to 3 meals a day. And there are people who are available to call for assistance, although there is no nursing care or any kind of nursing aides available. It's a rental, it's a senior rental apartment. I'm not going to go into this anymore, but I do want to then move on to what is assisted living. Assisted living is a type of long-term care facility that offers some services to people who don't need the full-scale services of a skilled nursing facility. To live in an assisted living facility, you have to have some level of independence. For instance, there is a group dining room, and you need to be able to maneuver yourself, ambulate yourself to that dining room most of the time. One of the great aspects of assisted living facilities is the community, is the socialization opportunities. Instead of living alone in your home, where it's very easy to get depressed, you have other people around you. How much does long-term care cost? It's very expensive. Skilled nursing can cost from $7,900 to $9,000 or more a month. If you have long-term care insurance, then you're probably in very good shape, because it will cover you for whatever time the policy was written. Today it is very hard to get a reasonably priced long-term care insurance policy, if not impossible. But some people got them years ago, like my husband, who has a wonderful policy that covers you for 5 years. He's already used it on his late wife, who had to enter skilled nursing for several years, and everything was covered by this policy. I, on the other hand, do not have long-term care insurance, and that is why I wanted to move into a CCRC or life care facility where I am now, so that I don't have to worry about that. I'm sure most of you know that Medicare does not cover long-term care. Yes, it will cover for 100 days if you had a medical condition that was treated in the hospital and you need some further care in a nursing facility. It will pay for 100 days, but after that, it's up to you to pay the bill. This is incredibly frightening. It can just wipe you out in a minute. So that's why planning ahead is so important. I started planning in my 50s, I think, because I knew I would be alone in my later years because I don't have children and my sisters are 20 years older than me. And so that's why I put my name in at retirement communities, CCRCs, 13 years before I needed one. And when the time came that I wanted to move here, I was at the top of the list. So I encourage you to think about this, make a plan so that you're not caught unawares. I hope that this information was helpful. Please give me a thumbs up if you thought it was. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.